Hi everyone, welcome to Staying Green in Quarantine, where we're sharing tips to help you build a more sustainable lockdown. We hope you've been enjoying our videos so far. If you have, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for updates when we release new ones. Now, in this video, we're going to be working on a bug hotel. You might have seen these around like in your local park or something like that. They're quite a popular environmental project, especially for young people. They're just a great way to bring together a load of different habitats for insects that they can use to live in through the spring and the summer, or they can hibernate in through the autumn and the winter. Bugs play a really important part in any ecosystem. They're great pollinators, they're important food for larger animals, but populations have been in decline over the last few decades for a number of reasons and in part due to habitat loss. Now, we're working on this in the spring, but really the best time to make a bug hotel is in the autumn, when the materials you need will be readily available and the bugs will really start to need those habitats as it starts to get colder. We've got a little bit of outdoor space, but you can make a bug hotel pretty much of any size, out of an old juice carton or out of old construction pallets to fit the space that you have. It's a really fun upcycling project and it's great to bring some more bugs into the garden, so let's get started. So the first thing to do is work out what container you're going to use and make sure that it's all kind of set up to put the materials in. You can use loads of different things for this. You could use like plastic bottles. We were thinking about using juice cartons as well. Basically anything that's mostly waterproof will work, just to make sure that the bugs when they're in the hotel are warm and dry. Now we're actually going to use, the greengrocer around the corner from us just opened and they're a friend of ours. So we popped in and they had a few spare like produce crates. So these are going to work perfectly. It's actually a really great size for this. But you can use pretty much anything, as I say, like juice cartons would work really well. We're going to be doing a bit of like construction and DIY, but if you've got something like bottles or juice cartons, you can just tie them together. So I'm going to take this one apart and I'm going to use it to make kind of like shelves. We're going to set up 6 different areas for 6 different habitats in there, and then we're going to go out and collect our materials. So with the first cart, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm going to literally just strip it down into its component parts so that we've got these pieces of wood. And then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some nails and a hammer, and I'm just going to balance that wood into the other like produce container thing to make those kind of different habitats.
I wonder what the ratio of like 20-something men to 20-something women who own a set of basic tools is, you know?
I don't think that many millennials own tools. That's the whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Or like, obviously we're not millennials, but like youngish people. No, isn't that a whole thing?
Are we using that bit as a shelf?
Haha! We might be.
Okay.
Are you saying we shouldn't?
Well, just like we have lots of options if it breaks, you know? Yay!
1 down! 11 to go!
Yay!
Huzzah! Are you filming me struggle with these nails?
Oh, I am.
Okay, so we've got our piece of wood, we've got this kind of long piece, and then we've taken this piece and we've split it up into a few more pieces, and we're just going to use that to turn this into a bit more of a habitat. Nails it is.
Isn't that going to split the board?
Guess we'll find out. It was so like it doesn't really matter how they go in because they.
Oh, it'll just like hold it up like a shelf.
Just, yeah, exactly.
I understand.
I am going to put in a couple on each side there. Potted that piece in, and what I'm now going to do is I'm using a few nails, and I'm just going to use them. I'm going to put one kind of above and one below the piece of wood. They'll be a little bit sticking out, so it's a little bit dangerous. So once we've done that, we're just going to cover them with tape just to make sure that we don't kind of catch ourselves when we're putting the materials in, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, that actually works quite nicely, I think. So we've nearly done actually setting this up. The last thing to do is just put the kind of side pieces in to further divide up the habitat. So as I say, we're going to want 6 of these. We're actually just going to keep using the tape that we were using before because it was working really well. So I'm just going to slot that in there. In fact, I'll slot them all in. Just kind of slot them in nicely there. And then I'm just going to secure them in with a little bit of tape. Now, it doesn't really matter if they can move around just a little bit. We just want to make sure that they're not going to like absolutely fall over all the time. But yeah, we just want to give them just a little bit of like firmness. So. So once you've got your container, the next thing to do is to start looking for materials. Like pretty much any natural material will do, pine cones, twigs, leaves, that kind of thing, and also cardboard's great. It's a lovely day out, we've got a bag and we've come down to the local park and we're just going to have a rummage around and see what we can find. Okay, this is perfect. So we've got some great dried leaves and twigs here. Dried leaves and twigs are great for ladybugs, beetles, that kind of thing. We're not going to take too much, we'll just grab like a couple of handfuls and we'll pop it in the bag. You can see we've got some nice, like, kind of really nice crispy leaves there, and also kind of the stems and the twigs, which are perfect. Down to the river. Pine cone! A pine cone!
I don't know.
Ice Age.
I haven't seen Ice Age.
What?
Pine cones! Oh my goodness, they're my favourite!
What?
Continuing our theme of animated movies I haven't seen. I'm sorry.
So we've just come down by the river into the little bit of forest, and there are loads of pine cones here, which is fantastic. So they're good for like any sort of creepy crawlies. So we're just going to gather like maybe 20 odd, see how many we can pick up, and we'll take them home. They'll be great for the hotel as well. Look at that! It's huge! A giant pine cone. We've got some bark here, some like dried bark. That's really fantastic for like spiders and centipedes and other kind of creepy crawlies. You do want to be a little bit careful when you're getting dried bark, because like there might be some things living underneath there, so obviously you don't want to hurt yourself, but more importantly you don't want to hurt them and disturb them. So have a little check, try to make sure that you're not disturbing too many guys. If you are, leave it and see if you can find another piece, basically. There's a little dried grass here as well, just kind of out on the meadow, in the lawn, so we're just going to gather some of that up as well. That can be really great for some other bugs and insects, and that could be another habitat in our hotel. So we've also come out to the cardboard recycling bin nearby us. We're going to grab some corrugated cardboard, which is great for like lace wings and insects like that. So we're just going to have a little dive in here and see what we can find. Yes! Haha! Yeah, so some nice corrugated cardboard there, that should be perfect. We're just on our way back and we came past this kind of bits of dried grass here. Dried grass and straw and that kind of thing is really great for like ladybugs, beetles, so it'll fit really nicely into the hotel, so we're just going to grab it, pop it in the bag, and we'll take it home with us as well. Cool, so we're going to get started actually making the rooms in the hotel now, which is super exciting. We'll start with the dried leaves and twigs. Now it's really important, you don't need to make it too like compact or anything like that. You just want to get it so that there's a fair amount of the material in there. Also that there's some air, so that they've got some space to kind of like move around and do whatever it is that these little bugs do. So next we'll do some bits of bark and dried wood. Again, this is great for like spiders, wood louse, centipedes and stuff. I'm just going to kind of break it up. So we've got a few pieces and I'm going to put it in this. Which one should we put it in? I'm going to put it in this top one, I think. Do you think that's a good idea?
Maybe along the bottom.
Ah, okay. Why?
Some woodlice B-roll.
Nope.
Oh yeah, you're not a bee, are ya, fella?
So the next job is we'll put in the hay, and I reckon we'll just put that in the middle there at the top. And that's going to be really great for kind of, well, pretty much anything, to be honest, because it'll be nice and warm, and the roof will keep it dry. So we'll just shove that in there. We're actually going to put in some of this kind of like dry grass at the bottom. But we're also going to put in that dry grass. I'm going to add the pine cones in now. I'm going to put them just in the bottom here, and they can literally just be chucked in. Super easy. Oh dear. We can get a few more, I think, in there. We'll pick some up next time we're at the park.
Where are we going to put the cardboard?
Oh yeah. Forgot about the cardboard. Should we put it in at the bottom?
Yeah.
So we're going to grab some more pine cones next time, but we're actually going to move this. So we're going to take it and put it in the bottom layer, just because we just realised we've got cardboard and some stuff for bees as well. It's good for like beetles and crawling creatures, so they kind of have the ground level access, and then the flying little creatures have the top level access there. So corrugated cardboard, really great for lace wings, which are like little flying guys, and we're just going to put them in the middle, on the top at the right there, I think, actually, as well. We'll put them. And that's literally just like, so try if you can to have the corrugated bits facing out, they do like that, but not too much of a worry if you don't. And it's really, you can just layer it up pretty easy and good. And the last habitat that we're popping in are these little bamboo sticks. Now, we didn't collect these, we actually bought them from our local homeware store, which just opened, which is very exciting. And they're great for solitary bees. Like Kate actually told me about this is adorable. What basically happens is, during the winter, a load of bees will like climb in, crawl into the tube, and then the last bee will come along and stuck up the end with mud, so that they can all keep warm and hibernate through the winter. So we're just going to pop a few of these kind of bamboo things in this last one, the middle one at the top here.
Did you want to do some crockery too then?
So should we do some crockery on top?
Sure. Or like some...
Or should we add that on top?
Some rocks underneath or something maybe?
Great, so we've got lots of little habitats for bees there. There's quite a lot of room on the top, so we're just going to add some like dry leaves and sticks on top there. In fact, we'll do sticks just on top of that, just to provide just a little more habitat. So I'm just going to break these up, and then we'll just be able to shove them on top just there. Thanks so much for watching today, everyone. We hope you enjoyed it and you're feeling inspired to bring some insects into your own garden. We'd love to hear what you're getting up to building your bug hotels, so tell us about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and share it with some of your friends, and subscribe to the channel for updates when we release new content. And as always, stay home, stay safe, stay green.